showtime.
Well, yes, it is. It is showtime. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you are new to these here parts, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely co-host and wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live this very moment from the MSC World America. That is a look at the terminal here in Puerto Rico. We are 100% live. Like I said, that is a camera right out on our balcony looking down the side of the ship. We are actually 3 or 4 cabins from the back of the ship, so you're getting to see the whole thing. In fact, it's just some beautiful views tonight in Puerto Rico. Let's see if we can spin the camera around a little bit for you guys. Just a great view out here tonight. So you're gonna, as long as we're still streaming, you guys are going to get to see us leave. Oh, there we go. Suck it. Yeah, there we go. Let's just start off right, shall we? All right, so let me turn that back so we can get the good views of the terminal here too, because we'll be pulling out. It'll be an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer before we pull out. I think all aboard is 10 o'clock.
I believe so, yeah.
And then I'm sure we'll leave shortly after that, but we're going to get a nice shot of us leaving here. So
yeah.
We're going to be going over Deck 7 tonight, both the inside and the outside. We're going to get to that in just a couple minutes. Some housekeeping notes. 1, if you have any questions about MSC World America or MSC in general, there's no time like the present to ask because we're on the ship and you're going to get better answers from the crew than you are from the people you talk to on the phone. 2, if you want to see what we've been eating and the menus and the activities and all that wonderful stuff, we have a Facebook group. Go down there, Facebook, just go to Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, answer the 2 questions or it won't let you in. What was your first cruise? And adhering to the group rules. And because we post different stuff there on Facebook than we do here. Let's see. Also, we have a group cruise coming up. We'll talk about that more later. But more importantly, during this cruise in the next couple of days, we're giving away that. That is a 1:400 scale replica of the MSC World America. This is not in stores. Lisa and I paid a Lego brick type designer to design that for us. It's literally one of a kind. Retail value is above $700. We figure somewhere around $750 to $1,000. I was expecting the piece count today. It'll probably come in while we're broadcasting live. But it's a good size ship, guys. It's about 35 inches long and however tall and wide it needs to be. So we're going to be giving that away live to someone watching live over the next couple days. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow night, could be the next night. It's going to be one of these next couple nights. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Most importantly, the notification bell so you don't forget what time we go on. It is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time when we go live every night while we're on ships. So there is that. Is that it for the housekeeping notes? I think that's it.
Yeah, unless you would just, want to thank our new moderators.
Yes, let's say hello to
yes.
the TMM, the Tall Man moderators.
Yes, we have TMMs
Thank you.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Hello,
Thank
Patricia.
You. Thank you so
Danny's
much.
ready for duty. You go, Danny. And Mrs. Danny.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Mac. Come on, y'all. Hello, Mama Tall Man. How are you doing? Good to see you. Always, Danny Mac. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play. You're in, buddy. You are in. You're playing the whole field. Not just center field. You're playing offense and defense. You're going both ways, brother. And Jen's like, put me in, Coach, too. You go right ahead.
Love it. Thank you
go
guys
at
so
it.
much.
Round 2. Let's go. Exactly.
Yes, Macrina, thank you.
We better watch what we say now. Max are in the house, right? Hello, Angela. Good to see you. Hey, this is like day 4. This isn't round 2. It's day 4. John, welcome to a great night all. Thank you, John. Good to see you as always. Is that San Juan? It is San Juan Terminal.
Yes.
Here, we'll put that up while we're saying hello before we get to Deck 7. Just hang in there. If you're here for Deck 7, it'll be just a minute. But we always say hello to everybody.
Yes.
Or anybody's saying thank you. Cookies. Yes, we have cookies for a snack tonight.
We do.
Hopefully everybody has their snack and drinks ready. Hello, Carol. Oh, yeah, we have some serious cookies. Cookies, yes. Looks like we're still in San Juan. We are. We'll be here until, like I said, 10 o'clock tonight is the all aboard. So it was a full day here. Yeah. I think we got here around 9 this morning.
Yeah.
All right, Gina, good evening to you. Good to see you. Dr. Cherie, hello. I can't type and read. You're welcome to my world. That's why we needed help. Good evening, Irene. Good to see you. Sorry, I prematurely kicked that off of there. Hello, Mike Anderson. Good to see you again. Irene, Ron Jones. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you on the group cruise. It is showtime.
Yes.
Kelly, good evening to you. Those coming in late, that is a live look out our balcony. We are in San Juan. That is the San Juan terminal and downtown San Juan in the background. You're looking down the side of the ship. This is the starboard side of the ship. We're towards the back of the ship here. Cabin 10226. 10266. We're about 4 cabins from the back. Alex, hello. Of course, we're back. Oh, and another one. You can just suck it too. Because I just love it.
Thank you.
So beautiful. I think so,
Yeah, it is.
Looks like we've got a swarm security. Exactly. We have some new moderators to help the chat now. As we grow, right, the chat gets busier. It's hard for us to talk to you and answer questions and scroll through chat at the same time. And so it's about time we had some moderators. So
another one.
Of course. That's okay. They can suck it too. Yeah, exactly. Eat my shorts.
Hi, Valerie. Thank you.
Yeah, leftovers. They've been waiting for us to come back. Thank you, Irene. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you to the Mac family.
And Macrina and Valerie.
I need to remove both ways.
Thank you.
Exactly. Tom, hello to you. Hello, Robert and Lisa. At baseball game, but tuned in to say hello. Well, thank you very much. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we said hello to everybody. We appreciate y'all being here. And Maureen just came in. So hello to Maureen and hello. Does the ship have an arcade? This ship has games everywhere. You're going to start to see them. Actually, you probably would have seen a few last night, but starting tonight, tomorrow night, and every night after, there's stuff
They're
everywhere,
scattered.
guys.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So without further ado, if you are new here, we do things just a little bit different. We call it Tall Man Style. So here's Deck 7, Tall Man Style.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Filming Tom and Style.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, Lisa and I, we are on the MSC World America. We're on the Santos deck, or Deck 7. This is all public space. We're standing here in the very front elevator bank, and we're going to start here and give you a 360-degree tour of this deck. Now, there are some outdoor spaces. We're going to show that to you in a different video. Right now, we're going to show you the World Theater. However, they're having some technical rehearsals in there. Give me a second. You have your women's and accessible on this side. Men will be on the other. But as I was saying, they're having some technical rehearsals in here right now. And so I'm only going to give you a very, very quick look. We'll come back here another day and insert a better video. There's actually access to restrooms in here as well, men's and women's, so you can get here from the inside. We'll go here to the other side, men's and accessible. Here's the stairs. Here the other side of the elevators here at the front. And then access to the outside, which we'll do in another video. Well, let's head that way. Your cruise card activation point. We're going to stay to the right. And we'll get over here to the left in a couple of minutes. Here's another little shop. Nice high-end watches. Cartier. This is called the broadcast room. And you can't see behind the glass, but this is where a lot of the productions that get put on your TV come from. So here's your butcher's cut. Butcher's cut is MSC's specialty steak restaurant. So if you're looking for a really good steak at sea, this is the place to go here on MSC ships. The Butcher's Cut. Small restaurant, very exclusive. You just make your reservation ahead of time. I serve a pretty good steak in here. He's videoing me and I'm videoing him. That's funny. Yeah, we've eaten in Butcher's Cut a few times. The steak's pretty good. Here's your Kaito sushi bar and teppanyaki. So sushi is up front. Hello. Teppanyaki here in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tables. We were just on the NCL Aqua and they had 18 tables in their teppanyaki. 18. It was insane. It's the largest I've ever seen. 6 is about, well, 6 is pretty good, but 18, that's crazy. Here is your MSC Foundation area. You want to learn a little bit about the foundation, you come in here. Help support your marine preserve. Women's inaccessible restroom right there. We're now to the aft elevators and stairs. Stairs are this way. Again, access to the outside. Again, there's stairs, access to the outside on the other side. We're not going to go over there. And we're entering the casino. And hopefully we don't get in trouble and they don't like you videoing in the casinos. Your tables are over there. They have a ton of tables. It's a really good sized casino. I'll be honest, it is very, very early in the morning. I am surprised to see this many people still out and about, not just at machines, but at the tables. Normally, if they were closed, we'd take you over to the tables, but they're still functioning. All right, so here's your panorama lounge. You get access to the outside. I think that's more crew access. Pool table. This is a really neat club space. They do shows in here. Just have bands and things too, but there's access this way to an outdoor area. I just want to make sure I can get there. This is just a special, yeah, we'll look at this from the outside layer. It's just a nice little outside area. This obviously spans 2 decks. I do believe you can only get access from this deck. There may be a special hidden entrance for accessibility for chairs and things. Or you might be able to take this lift right here downstairs. Pretty sure that's what it's for. Get down here many ways. I'm just going to go down to the center. Really neat club. Now, you see like the little sparkly things there on the back on the white. There's actually, at the glass wall, those are shades that go up and down. So during the day, when there's nothing going on, no shows, those are up so you can see out the back of the ship. You see the floor is even LEDs as well. Very cool. I love how all the railings are complete glass, so there are zero obstructions. There's a couple of columns, obviously, that kind of hold up the ceiling, but generally, it's all clear span space in here, which is really neat. Very comfortable seats. There's access to the outside area over there as well. Here's your panorama lounge. You're in the back of deck 7. All right, so now we're gonna look to this side. You have your women's room on this side, which is also accessible. Remember, the men's is on the other side. Have a nice bar here in the middle. Get your friends while you're over here gambling. There's a smoking casino in here. It's behind the glass over here. And so you want to smoke while you're doing slots. Here you go, ours in here. I do believe there are no tables in there, just slots. Here's one of your key card access points. And there's your casino. Aft elevators and stairs. Those where the elevators and stairs are far out to the side. And another access way to the outside. Men's restroom and accessibility. Women's again on the other side. Here's the hub. This is all things photo and digital. It's all handled right here. This iris art is a sort of a new thing. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but those are actually eyeballs. They take a picture and they turn it into art. It's kind of neat. There's also a little studio back here if you want to do a setting for some real nice pictures. You can do that as well.
Don't forget the MSC
I
shop.
walked right by the MSC shop. Sorry, everybody. It was all things MSC. By the way, that's probably just a little bit bigger than the one we're giving away. A little model. Yeah, all things MSC are in here. We'll have to come take a look in here when it's open. Here's your Hola Tacos and Cantina. Oddly enough, this is the only one that appears like completely shut. It's behind a gate, lock and key, but it's just all right here. There's no more to it, so you actually can see all of it. Another place to activate your credit card or to tie your credit card to your account. I like this big board here. Every morning, 7 a.m., MSC Today. So here's your Masters of the Sea. This is a cool bar. Very British. Like a British pub. Actually brew your own beer or ale here. 2-story brewing. Love it. There's a deck 8 accessed upstairs, or you can take the spiral stairs Either way, we'll show you how to get there from deck 8, but we'll see you can get here from the spiral stairs. This is a very popular place to hang out. They usually have some kind of sports or something going on the TVs. They had a little single guy playing right here. Single guy, single act musician, right? Playing right here. You can see some of their stuff. So, yeah, all sort of nautical theme in here as well. Dirty Dancing in Concert. Right here is your men's barber or gentleman's barber. Gentlemen, if you want to get yourself all tweaked up, you can do that. There's a women's salon, but that is up in the spa. And here we go. We've come full circle, everybody. There's your entrance to the World Theater. Again, they're in there doing technical rehearsals. And we started over here in this elevator bank. So let us know what your favorite part of Deck 7 is. I know what mine is. Until we see you on another deck or another ship, be safe. Ciao. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, Lisa and I, we are on the MSC World America. We're on the Santos deck, or Deck 7, and we're going to show you all the outside areas. We did the inside areas in another video, so you might want to check that out. But we're here at the front of the ship, and we want to check out all these outdoor spaces, so stick with us. We're going to go 360 degrees all the way around, or at least try to. I'm not sure we could get all the way around on this deck, but like I said, we're going to try. These outdoor spaces on ships are always typically very quiet, very private, great place to come and hang out because just there's nobody that comes down here. Now, obviously, there's no chairs, so it's not a comfortable place to come and sit, at least so far that you can see, but kind of a neat place to come and see. Trying to get you to see the moon up there. Way to go. See it shimmering off the light. We're all the way at the front of the ship. Now, technically, this is probably crew area. It is. There's a gate here, and it's open. But obviously, I think the floor would continue through here if this was public space. So I don't think we're going to push the envelope here. There are cameras, obviously, everywhere. So we don't want to upset security. If you have brought a service animal with you, here's where they go. They're one little spot. So we're going to get back to that door that we came in and just cut across to the other side of the ship. All right, and just like the other side, we can get to the front up here. We want to make sure we show you. And that gate is open. I don't know. We could have probably cut across there and not upset too many people, but it definitely looks like a crew area, not a public space. So let's walk towards the back of the ship now. You can actually see now just how big the lifeboats are. They're small ships of their own. This is where we came out, right there. These hold 446 people. It's a crew access only at that door. As you see, there's no chairs out here. But you can come out here and hang out, walk around. Their goal is not for you to hang out here, though this is one of my absolute favorite places to hang out on a ship. I'm not sure the camera really does capture it, but the space that we're in where these boats are, I mean, it's so big. Really is. I mean, it's 2 stories, but I believe the stories here are maybe a little taller than normal decks, because that just seems so far up there. These ships are really, they're just absolutely gigantic. Obviously, they need to be, because this is a very, very big ship, holds a lot of passengers. Obviously, need enough lifeboats for people, but it's just so interesting to see them up so close. It's in the crew access only. We are back here by the Panorama Lounge. You can hang out here, and you see it is no smoking here. So we're going to use the Panorama Lounge to cut through to get to the other side. And some of the other MSC ships, like the C ships, I call them, which, by the way, we just sort of come full circle. This takes us up to the front, I believe. Hang on, let me make sure we haven't missed something. Anyway, they have some smoking areas out here on this deck, but not on this ship, not on this deck. Nope, I was mistaken. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some chairs out here. One's a crew door. pretty sure that is right where we started because we're almost back to the front of the ship. And it is. So yes, we have just now gone 360 degrees here on the outside of deck 7. Let us know if hanging out there is your kind of speed or not. Leave in the comments below. Till we see you on another deck or another ship, be safe. Ciao.
Filming Tom and style.
Well, there you go, everybody. And we're back to the view of the terminal here in Puerto Rico. So hopefully you guys found some good spaces on deck 7 that you like. I saw Mama Tallman's like, that casino, I'd make that my home. So let's back up and catch up with the comments here.
There you go. We got quite a few.
Yeah, I think we left off with, oh my gosh, Tom Gallery. Vicky, hello, Vicky. How are you tonight? Good to see you.
Hey.
Desiree, good to see you as well. Welcome. Shelly W. made it. Awesome.
Yay.
Everybody welcome Shelly aboard. Okay, thank you, Jan. Why am I starving after all of these tours? I wonder why. That's why we have snack time.
Yes.
Smile, you're on Candid Camera. He was actually a crew member, so I don't know if he was doing it for his own YouTube channel or something, but he was on, he was wearing an MSC badge. Hello, excited. We're going to call you excited.
Excited Minecraft. There
tonight,
you
yes.
go.
I need a steak snack time. Yes, Bev, it is BYOS for sure.
Yes.
Vicky just had cheesecake.
Ooh, so did
Lisa.
I. Yes. I had cheesecake for dinner.
Yes.
Not for dinner, but after dinner.
Liar. Alex, how's San Juan? Loved it. Beautiful day today. Sunny and then overcast, a little bit of rain, sprinkly, nothing too bad. You can see it off in the distance and stuff, but all in all, a really good day today.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yep. So Kelly had some cupcakes. We haven't even had snack time yet. What are you guys talking about? I saw someone use the fly swatter. Everybody be nice. There's Mama Tallman. Wow, that's a great casino. I could get very comfortable in there. Yep.
You certainly
You
could.
certainly could.
Yes.
Bev says San Juan is one port that she would like to return to. All right, we'll have to think about that with group cruises.
Yeah,
maybe, right?
sure.
Shelley, that's cool. Awesome. Love the look of the chandelier. She was talking about the panorama lounge.
Yes.
Yeah, the panorama lounge is absolutely beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the main theater is beautiful in a different kind of way. Whereas, like, that panorama lounge is very elegant with the chandeliers and how it's all set up and the higher ceiling feel in there and stuff.
And there's almost like little alcoves, if
Yeah.
you will, but it's even though it's all open, it's kind of set up that way, but very nice furniture in there.
I feel bad that we didn't get better views of the main theater. It doesn't look as elegant. Oddly enough, as we continue to show the decks as we move forward by day, you're going to see a hexagon kind of theme on this ship.
Everywhere.
There's obviously, I mean, there's a hexagon restaurant, which we're eating in for dinner. There's hexagons all over the main theater. There's just like hints of hexagons everywhere.
Even in the kids area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that lounge. Yeah, that lounge is really nice.
It really
Hello,
is.
Cruises Forever. But by the way, let's just not forget, at some point in time, we are giving away this.
Yay!
Everybody, we're doing it live. So just everybody stay tuned. It could be tonight. Just saying.
We're running out of nights here.
We are running out of nights.
Yes.
Great spot. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Chris, so unfortunately, once I hit finished, when we're done with the software, everything's gone. There's no getting the comments back. The only comment of yours that I saw was something about smoking, that people were complaining that there's smoking everywhere. Man, there's not. the MSC is a smoker-friendly cruise line, so there are more smoking areas, but no, there is not smoking all over the ship. There's an area on the back of deck 8, out in the very, very back of the ship, out where, say, the Aqua Theater would be on the Oasis class ships. There's one side that is smoking on deck 8. There's 2 areas on deck 18. One is by the pool and one is in the Zen area. And then there is the casino, right? The dedicated smoking area in the casino.
And
And
then
of
the
course,
rest, I think, are in the yacht club.
yeah, if you're in the yacht club, I think there's a couple areas up there.
Yeah.
So there are dedicated areas, and as we move through the tours, in the coming days, you'll see them all because we haven't gotten to any of those yet. But it's not all over the ship. It's 5 or 6 different areas as opposed to 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, MSC is a European line, and in Europe, smoking is, still accepted and not frowned upon like it is in the United States. So anyway, Patricia says, curl up on one of those chairs too. Yeah, that lounge is very comfortable, guys.
Yes, it really is.
Angela likes the casino too. Panorama Lounge is my favorite indoor space so far. There you go, Valerie.
I agree.
Okay, Macrina. What's a pirate's favorite saying with all that art? Anyway, bad dad jokes. Irene says, how do you find the space on this ship? Can you clarify the question for me, Irene? How do you find what space on the ship? Or are you just talking about
like hidden spaces?
Yeah.
Because we just open doors.
Yep.
If it doesn't look like an alarm's going to go off, we go, oh, what's in here?
Yeah, we're pretty good at poking our nose into places.
Yeah.
Alex wanted to know if we are able to. He was able to register his credit card prior to the cruise, so he didn't have to deal with the kiosk. We're gonna check to see if you can still do that. I've done that as well, but I still got the nasty gram to go do it here on the ship. So I don't know, but typically I just put it out there that is something that you need to do. Okay. Carol says, nice lounge, but we'll find out for sure and let you know.
Yes, we will.
Masters of the Sea. Do they sing sea shanties? I don't know. But tomorrow, when we do Deck 8, the upstairs part of Master of the Seas is called something different. It's called Project Gin.
Gin Project.
The Gin Project, whatever.
Yes.
And that's what the upstairs part of the Masters of the Seas was. And I didn't realize that until just when we were sitting here watching the video. It's very strange. So anyway. Yeah, everybody's like, here. That's for you, Macrina. Yeah, Alex, on day 1, we actually had clips of him giving him a shout out to our channel. Yeah. So, and we've run him to a couple of times. Yeah. He's very present.
Yes, he is.
Dr. Sheree says, it's a beautiful ship. Yeah, it's a nice ship. We'll talk about it in a couple minutes. It is beautiful in its own way.
It is.
Yep. I need to get on this ship. I know I don't want to get off, to be honest with you. Alex is like, I need a haircut. Any way I can sneak on the ship? Yes, just go up to security, tell them Skipper sent you. Charles says, E.T. too, Patricia. Okay, I'm thinking Dr. Reveille. Or Me Too?
I was thinking Me Too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Outdoor deck looks timeless. Could be from the late 20s. Could be, right? Yeah, in that one little area there. I can see that. That's back in the day when the lifeboats were actually on deck.
Yes.
Right? Not
off the ship.
And then for a long time, let's say mid 70s to 80s until probably, I don't know, early 2010, they were on the outside of the ship. Now they moved them back inside the ship. I think it's because it's more aerodynamic, right? The ships would, go better.
That makes more sense.
By the way,
to me.
here, hang on. Let me see if I'm seeing another great moon.
Oh,
I just don't know if I can, where it is. I see it there.
Gotcha.
I just don't. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
Yeah, there it is.
The moon over Puerto Rico.
Right?
Yes.
I want to go on MSC now. Watch the Divina on the Mighty Ships today. I love that series.
Yeah, me too.
That's a small.
We were on the Divina.
We were? Yeah, I'm sure you've already seen it. Now you've seen it a couple times. That is a small spot for Spot. And interestingly enough, if you look around on all the ships, that is about all the space cruise lines give the service dogs. It's like a 2-foot by 2-foot piece of fake grass, usually down in this sort of area.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's pretty small.
The ship has a second area.
It does.
That has the same 2-foot by 2-foot spot.
Yeah.
Shelley W. That's what I was thinking. Mr. Minecraft was talking about the Divina is fun, but the Seashore is a good starting family cruise. Yeah, the Divina doesn't have the water slides like the C-Class does.
Correct.
So
I love the Seashore.
Love
the Seashore.
But the Divina still has a pretty expansive kids area.
Yeah.
They just don't have the water slides.
Correct.
Okay. Even permanent benches along the wall would be nice. I agree, Bev. It'd be nice to have some seating out there on that deck, right? And she's like, yeah, not having water slides wouldn't bother me. I understand. And then yeah, water slides are overrated. For certain people, not everybody, but certain people. We understand. Valerie says to Irene, I saw that episode about the Divina on Mighty Ships and loved it. I even purchased the episode on Prime. Nice. Yeah. It was awesome. Now I'm going to have to go watch it again. I've already seen it. I've watched, I think, every single one of those episodes multiple times.
I think we probably have.
Those of us with vertigo do not care. Yeah. I understand. You preach to the choir. And Alex is letting us all know that Disney Plus has a documentary on the treasure.
Very nice.
For those really into seeing the ships being built and everything behind it and all that stuff.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
That's just awesome to watch them being built.
Check that out. Yeah, patch adjustment. My patch technically ran out this morning, but we've been docked all day. So I'm like, we'll just let it roll and we'll see if we can stretch so I can get away with just doing 2 patches instead of burning up 1 patch for 1 day. Because, I know the Runway Health, it's a pretty good deal, like $20 a patch or something like that. But to burn up a patch for 1 day, I'm like, yeah, it just hurts. Any rides, really. The Scrambler used to be, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, I love the Scrambler.
Yeah, Charles is like, yep, scopolamine could be your best friend. Scopolamine and meclizine are my best friends on a ship. Not can be. Are 100%. Alex, they need to add a few more lounges on the deck. Yep. Okay, I'm just scrolling down here. What time do we leave port? Danny wants to know. Well, all aboard is 10. So any time after that?
What we found a lot with MSC in the past is if all passengers are back on the ship well before all on board, they will tend to go ahead and leave. So that kind of depends. 10 o'clock is like Robert said, the all on board. But if everybody's back on 9:30, we may be actually leaving by 10.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll know. I know the moon's kind of cool, but we will focus back over here because that's when we're gonna actually see us pull out.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, don't do it now. Come on. Pal's still a little glitchy.
Pal's still a little salty.
Ron, make sure you go to the Facebook group, right? For those who don't know, we do have a Facebook group. Oh, sorry, here nobody can see that. We put lots of different things up on a Facebook group. Pictures of the food we eat, pictures of the menus, bar menus, daily activities. We do a whole different thing there on the group in Facebook. But for the group cruise, Ron, there is a chat and info there in the Facebook group, so you can go there. We're going to be doing one group shore excursion in Bonaire. It's a sort of a 4 or 5 hour thing, just sort of a general Bonaire move around. So it's good for all activity types on the ship. I haven't said exactly what we're going to be doing, and I'm not going to say. It'll be somewhat of a surprise to you guys. But we have a couple of sea days in the front and a couple sea days in the back. We'll get together during the day for some entertainment and activities. We'll have a production for you guys every day, and then of course the live show at night. And we'll do that each of the sea days. So, and then we're going to broadcast live every night, of course, anyway. So, and there's more than a dozen. I don't know the exact count. So, it's not the biggest group, but we got to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. And so for those of you who are new and you want to come on a group cruise with us, there's, you know what? I'll just play the information right now. Here you go. Group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. There you go. If that email went too fast for you to see it, there it is. tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Housekeeping notes about this. Lisa and I, we're not travel agents. We didn't put this group together to make money off you guys. We just want to hang out with the Tall Man Clan and have a great, fun cruise with everybody. So we do have an agent that put the group together. So if you want to be part of the group and attend the group functions and do all the things and the shows that we're having, send me an email. I will forward you Kathy's information. You will book directly into the group through her. Okay? And you must book into the group. Ron will tell you. There you go. And so will the other people that are here. Okay, so there you go. Hopefully that helped. We're about to talk about that. Is it crowded feeling? Yeah. Certain times in certain places. The buffet can be a little hectic. We'll talk about that just a little bit more in a minute. Cliffhanger. We videoed Cliffhanger today, but did not get on it. Walkways look spacious. Are they? Yes, they are. Hey, Skipper, there's a story behind that. We'll tell you about that in a minute. Beautiful moon. Ooh. Hopefully we can get to see some pier runners. Yeah, maybe. You never know. We've been here all day.
We have.
Ooh, lovely moon. Just trying to catch up. Casino was massive. It really was. It was a great size casino for this size ship. I think MSC should add more ships to New York. Well, it's coming. I'm quite sure. Right? They're slowly adding more ships and more, not even slowly, quickly adding ships to their fleet. So, yeah. It says, John L says 11 on Cruise Mapper. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Wish MSC had live webcams. I think they do.
They do on the televisions in the room.
Yeah, but not like you can plug into like right now.
Yeah.
Except for us.
We're your live cam.
We're your live cam. See? And by the way, don't forget, we're going to be giving that away in just, could be tonight, could be the next couple days. But sometime while we're on the ship, we are giving that away. That is a one-of-a-kind replica of this ship, the MSC World America. Lisa and I commissioned a Lego brick-type designer to design us this one-of-a-kind. Can't find it in the stores. It's not going to find it on any website. Only right here. We're going to give it away to one person who is watching us live here in the next couple days before we leave this ship. So, yes. And it's going to somebody watching us live. So there's no way to register. Just watch her live. And it's not sponsored by anybody. Nobody gave us money for this. And from a money standpoint, if you go to Legos right now and look up the Titanic, the Titanic costs about $660. So we figure the value of this is somewhere between $750 and $1,000. As soon as I get those piece counts, I'll know a little bit better. But anyway, let's go back to balcony cam. Just want to get all that stuff in because I know there's a lot of people watching and I know there's a lot of people want that. So group cruise. I hope we can all fit in the cabin for life. No, we have a space. We already have a room. If you remember, we've already been on the horizon, so we could video it all already like we normally do. So that's done. So we can spend the entire cruise doing group cruise fun stuff. But we have a room for us where we'll be able to set up and it'll just be our space. So, yeah. But no cabin party. Can't wait to watch Steamy Mac. Okay. How many in the group so far? I believe McCrean. Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't caught up with it yet, or keep up with it. And you think I would, but it's not necessarily important to me. Daddy likes a big crowd, so I'd love it for be 140. But yeah, I think we're 12, 14 people, something like that. With Ron and company joining, add another 2. But I know somebody had to cancel for personal reasons, so 2 back or 1 back. It's an ebb and flow. It just moves.
It has been, yeah. We've had a couple of cancellations.
Macrina, that's my job. I push the buttons. Well, not in the chat anymore. Ikinuki, hello everyone. How's the pizza? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Today's day 4. I've had pizza 4 times. Yep. Best pizza at sea, right here on MSC Cruises. And that's just not us saying. There's a lot of people that say that. Mm-hmm. Not just us, but we're confirming best pizza at sea. 100%. Woo! Chris, by the way, any of the other questions you want, just retype them. Okay.
Yeah, please.
It is such a beautiful night there. It's very humid. It's very warm. I mean, we have the door open, so it's probably about 85 degrees in the cabin right now. And we're both wearing long shirts
We
from
were
dinner.
like, oh, we're such idiots. We should have put on short sleeve shirts. But
Woo!
no.
And it's hot. Yeah. It's a beautiful night right now in Puerto Rico. Guys.
It really is. Yeah.
We're all in the nut room. Yes, we are. Sorry, a little slow. We're all in the nut room. Kathy found us a balcony on hold and trying to find cheaper flights. Yes, but we also see the Virgin Cruise and MSC World Cruise same week around the same price, but Horizon is one of our favorites. Yes, and it's a group cruise.
Right?
You can't get that on MSC or Virgin. We're not going to be on those ships. We're going to be on, I was going to say this ship, the Horizon. Party pooper, Robert. I am so not. You have no idea. Looks like the ship is still tied up to the pier. Where's the pier runners? I know. We're waiting for them. Let's have a little fun, everybody. Let's just do that. Okay. So, if we're going to see pier runners, they're going to be right there. You see it almost looks like they're looking for somebody. That's as close as we get. Because that's where the gangway is, right there. So, I don't know if they're finishing it, but you can see some people walking onto the ship. I think that is security. But, they're milling around like they're sort of waiting for somebody.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
If you
So, anyway,
oh my.
there you go. Okay, so last night, we were going to tell you about the night we had before we went live. And then, of course, I ditched the show for some reasons. And before I get into this, please, everybody, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It's free to you, costs you absolutely nothing, and it really does help out the channel.
I'm not sure if I can get in
Nope,
here.
I don't want them.
No? Okay.
And
Okay.
we shot a bunch of video, and I'm going to put something together, and we may play it on here like we do the dining.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
So there is
Yeah.
a very, very special place on this ship. And I'm not talking about the yacht club. That is, of course, special.
That is special.
But this is different. It is a very, very small, invite-only place. And we got invited. Now, you too could get invited.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what you have to do. Now, listen carefully. Somewhere on the ship, throughout the day, in the public areas,
Mm-hmm.
typically walking around,
Mhm.
checking stuff out,
Yep.
is the third officer.
Yep.
And how you can tell it's the third officer, he's wearing 3 stripes.
Mhm.
Okay? When you see the third officer, you need to go up to him. And what do you have to tell him?
You have to ask him if he has a coin or a token for you.
Is that exactly what you're supposed to say to him?
Yeah.
So you walk up and
Yes.
say, I hear you have a special token for me.
Yes.
And he's going to say, really?
And
How did you hear?
yes,
You have to say,
The-
Skipper token. Huh?
the tall man sent me.
No, don't, not my name. Don't,
No, you don't. No, because Skipper is.
I know Skipper's inside, but we don't want to send the tall man sent you. You can say
No.
that. You know what? Fine, say that. Say
Yeah.
that the tall man sent you.
Yeah.
And he's going to give you a very special coin.
Mhm.
Now, you're going to take that coin. You're going to dial a number on your phone in your cabin. I
Mhm.
forget what the number is, but it was 6932 6392. 6, 3, and 9 and 2 are in there. I just don't know what order. We'll figure it out and I'll tell you again. And they're going to ask you some questions.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you're going to have to make a reservation.
Mhm.
Right? Either 7:15 or 9:15.
7:10 or 9.
Something like that,
Yeah,
whatever.
7:10
Okay.
or 9:10, something like that.
So you've made your reservation. You have your coin. It's all secret. So on deck 6, at the front of the ship is that red telephone booth. Right? Again, like the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pick up the phone. You're going to dial that same number
On the rotary dial.
on the rotary dial. And you're going to ask for Skipper.
Yes.
Okay? Skipper is going to let you into the other side of that telephone booth
Mhm.
and lead you to a very, very special place down in the crew area of the ship on deck floor. No elevator, y'all. You need to be able to climb down a couple of good flights of steps. They're pretty steep.
Yeah.
All right. These are not normal steps.
They are cruise steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're fairly vertical. Okay.
Yeah. Metal with the grates on them. Yes.
And if you do this, I promise you one of the best nights you will have ever had on a cruise ship.
Yeah. Totally fun.
Okay. That's all we're going to say about that until I put up the video. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's the challenging part is finding the
third officer. And the third officer changes every day.
Yes.
It's not the same officer.
Mm-hmm.
But he is
these are very, very limited.
Yes.
Very limited.
There's only a potential
mm-hmm.
of 100 people per day, 50 early
for 7,
and
50
50 at night.
That's maximum.
Maximum 100 per day. So on a 7-day cruise, if they do it every day,
and it's full capacity,
only 700 people get to experience this.
Yes.
So this is a very exclusive thing. I don't think we should tell them the tall man. I don't want to get in trouble. I will also say...
He asked me how I knew, and I said, I know things.
There you go. Just say that.
I know things.
Yeah. So absolutely
fantastic.
Just one of the best times we've ever had on a cruise ship, period.
Fantastic.
I will add this. Nothing you have pre-purchased will work.
Nothing is included.
Nothing's included.
Mm-hmm.
Just please find the third officer, get your coin, make a reservation, and go through that telephone booth.
Yes.
You will thank us later.
Yeah.
Video or didn't happen. If you're talking about what we're talking about, Danny, no, we videoed the whole experience.
Yeah.
But it's like an hour and a half,
yeah.
And I haven't even had time to get it off the phone yet. I tried earlier today, and I don't know what was bogging down, but it had been trying to download for like 2 hours.
Something was going on. It took about 30 minutes for me to send him a 7-minute video via AirDrop today. So something was going on. I don't know what.
So what I think we're going to do is once I can get off my phone and I put the video together, I believe you watched one of the nights where we had like teppanyaki or where the steakhouse playing in the background.
Yes.
We'll have this playing in the background so you can see the experience. The only thing that sucks is there's noise and volume that needs to be part of it. And because of YouTube and different things, we can't have all the audio on.
No.
And so you're going to have to use some imagination.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, we'll that's coming up.
We may need to watch it in silence first and see.
Thank you.
And see if it actually will work because there's a lot of music involved.
Yes. Group cruise in the World America. Who's in? Well, when we do this next group cruise, or the first one here in November, we're going to announce what the next group cruise is going to be for 2026. Mm-hmm. I already told everybody it's going to be in early November, just like this year. That's the time that we have to do it. So our group cruises for now are always going to be in November. So block out your calendar. You're going to do a cruise in November. It's going to be a group cruise with the Tall Man Clan. Okay?
Yeah.
Who we're cruising on, I don't know yet. But I mean, MSC would not be bad. Royal Caribbean would not be bad. I mean, there's a lot out there to choose from. We're just going to figure out what's best. Whether we're going to come out of Florida again, or we're going to go to Galveston or California or New York, I don't know. We're going to find the best for everybody and a good itinerary.
Yeah.
We won't make it any longer than 8 days. I mean, we prefer the longer cruises.
Mm-hmm.
But we know, look, a lot of people work. It's hard to get that extra time off of work. 1 week is about it. So we'll keep it to 7 days.
Yes.
Hello, Victoria. Good to see you. Hey, everyone. When is the white party? White party's actually
Tonight.
Just did it start at 10 or 10:30?
I thought it was.
It's tonight. It's either
tonight.
10 o'clock or 10:30 happening up on the pool deck.
Yes.
So that's happening tonight.
Yes.
Don't they start announcing names, or have they already for those who haven't gotten on the ship yet. I would say yes.
It's when we're in our room, it's hard enough to hear the announcements, and then when you put the headphones on as well,
Yeah.
it is very hard to hear. I would think that they would announce if indeed
You can see a couple of people going on the ship now. They seem to be moving swiftly.
Yeah, I do see it.
They were moving swiftly.
Okay.
The way that the ship is and we're here, there's actually several people coming on there now. There's not going to be any pier running because it's straight out of the building, straight into the gangway there. So
it's going to be the mad crossing.
Yeah, it'll be a quick crossing unless we pull away and they start running down the dock, then that would be fun. But anyway, just keep watching. It should be the all aboard was right now was 10 o'clock, and so if people are still milling around out there, it's because somebody's late. And you see there are some people straggling in and out. It could be a late excursion.
That could be too.
Who knows? Anyway.
Yeah, but I do see some movement there.
I'm not going to say the word. I'm not going to say the word, but I'm telling you. Danny's like, hit that thumbs up. Don't make Robert upset again. I'm upset about thumbs up. Stake around the bridge for the third officer, right? You know what's interesting? I have a funny feeling that the third officer doesn't have anything to do with the bridge.
I have that same feeling.
I'm just saying.
And
And
when I found the third officer, it was on the 8th deck, down by the jaw drops slide.
Yeah. He's hanging out
where
he's hanging out where people hang out.
He is.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I saw him again today on, what was it, deck 19?
But a different person.
Yeah, a different person. But I'm pretty sure I saw the third officer again.
Remember, this is as exclusive gets.
This is
100 people a day, but only 50 people in a reservation. That's smaller than the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like the smallest restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, and anytime you talk to anybody, it's
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Carnival Quest. Those who know, know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, you guys want to check that out.
Yeah.
Patricia's like, how intriguing, top secret fun. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
The absolute best.
So much fun.
Christopher Forster. I'm not sure I've seen your name here before.
Welcome.
Does any deck feature a public front-facing balcony like the old Lyric and Musica class?
Does any deck feature a public front?
Up in the yacht club, only on this ship. Give me 1 second. Let me confirm. I can just scroll through here real fast. Give me just a second. Let me hide and not quit, because that would not be good.
No, that would not be good.
Yeah, it can't be 16 or 15, because that's still
yacht club.
14, no. 12, no. 11, no. 10, no. 9, no. I'm going with no.
I'm going with no as well.
But up in the yacht club, there's they're like some of the top cabins, like the owner's suite with a whirlpool. It's forward facing. The yacht club royal suite with a whirlpool, it's sort of facing forward. There's a couple of duplexes and with whirlpool, they're facing forward. But they're the only ones facing forward on this ship are yacht club cabins. Hopefully that helped you. Okay. Danielle, thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Whoever did that.
There's actually, I think, a couple of them.
A couple of them. Awesome. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Chris says, Alex, don't you think we should wait till the end of the cruise for a review? Also, they haven't been on the other ships that are coming out this year, even counting the new Star Princess. Did he ask for a review? I'm not. Did I miss something?
Apparently we did.
I don't know. That's all right. We weren't going to give them the answers now anyway, because we do a full review when we're done.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we did video, Danny. They I wouldn't say encouraged it, but they were all up in the cameras.
Oh, yes, they were.
Yeah.
They were performing for the cameras.
It was great.
Yeah.
How did you find out about the coin in the third officer? Someone told us about it. So it's
and we can't say who.
Yeah, someone has to tell you.
Yeah.
it really it's a very interesting thing.
It
It
is.
really is. It's like some people know about it but don't know how to know about it past knowing about it.
No, and we didn't know. We didn't know either. I mean, it took me 2 or 3 days
To find the third officer.
to figure out exactly what
Yeah.
was going on. We didn't know it was, some person that, whose identity was changed from day to day
Yeah.
to day. And you go to the crew, and the crew, they're clueless.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a side thing, so they're not going to tell you. You ask them, half of them are just going to look at you like, huh?
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's
And the place they're taking you to literally is down in the crew area.
it is.
I mean, you're passing crew with carts with food,
And they're all looking at you
you're
like,
like,
what are you doing
here?"
down here?
It was kind of awkward, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then poof. But we would also say, in my opinion, for the best experience, even though I think the first appointment is like 7:15, get there at like 7:05 and make the call, because they can only take a couple of people down at a time.
Yes.
And so if you get there first, it's going to be another 5 minutes or 10 minutes before the next group of people come.
Yeah.
And so you have the place to yourself. It's just trust us. And then
Yeah.
once you do it, let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex says he was checking on the prices of all the new ships sailing out of Miami. MSC was the cheapest one. MSC typically, period, here in the U.S. has the least expensive prices for cruises these days.
Yeah.
Valerie says, do you think one day you will post some of your videos on Patreon so we can see videos with music? I would love to see extended videos that you have made that you couldn't post on YouTube. Absolutely. That's what they're for. Like we've recorded Aqua shows in their continuity. We've recorded other full production shows in their continuity. This particular thing that we did last night, I would love to show that in continuity. Unfortunately, the camera does moving all around. I don't know if it'll make you sick. I haven't tried to watch it yet. But yeah, that is stuff really, truly that we do, that we've deemed to go on Patreon. And I know it says Patty on here over there by accident because I don't know how to spell. But anybody that wants to help support the channel, patreon.com. Just patreon.com/tallmanclan. You can become a supporter of the channel, help Lisa and I continue doing what we do. At some point in time as well, Valerie, in the next, probably month, I hope to get our membership on YouTube up and running too. That's another option to do. We can post them. Well, if it's on YouTube, that still means I have to scrub the music out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a Patreon
It'll have to be
thing.
Patreon.
People are still boarding, yeah. And the gangway is still
are
out.
they?
So they're, yeah.
They
thank
are.
you for the
Thank
thumbs up.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pointing it with the pointer, but there's the gangway right there, Lisa.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
It's pretty much mid-screen.
Runners. I get it, but cheap can be very expensive. I'm not for the cheapest cruise, but would love to meet in the middle of. I get your point exactly, Chris.
We totally get it.
Cheap isn't always cheap,
Mhm.
right? I mean, and this is one thing that got us about NCL at the time.
Mhm.
And now they're much more expensive. But NCL used to be very affordable.
Mhm.
And now they're more of a premium priced cruise line. I still think they consider themselves contemporary, but they price them at a premium. And yeah, it costs a little to get on, but if you want to do this, it's $20 more. If you want to do this, it's $50 more. If you want to per person, it just all of a sudden starts adding up, and then inexpensive isn't so inexpensive. I can say with MSC, if you came on board, spent no other money other than gratuities, you're going to have a fantastic time.
Mhm.
The food is amazing.
Mhm.
There's eateries everywhere that are included. You don't have to do any of the specialty restaurants if you don't want to, because the food in the dining room is absolutely fantastic, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. We'll talk about our dinner. So,
And the water slides are free. The
Yeah.
dry slide is free. I mean, there's activities that you can do which you don't have to pay extra for. Now, if you don't want to do bumper cars, that's extra.
Yep.
If you want to do the
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger, that's extra. But the rope course, that's what, 2.5 stories or
Yeah.
something. The rope course.
let's talk about dinner. You know what?
Okay.
Let's have a snack first.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we'll be full. So when we're talking about dinner, you won't be hungry. Or maybe we should make them hungry for snack
I
time.
don't know.
I don't know. I'm hungry. Let's
What do
have
you want to do?
snack time.
Snack time?
Everybody grab your
time it
snack.
is.
Here's some snack time music.
Cookies.
and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night.
Stay up until the morning light.
All right, everybody, want to know what you have for snack time? Leave it in the chat below.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, truly, with MSC, the inexpensiveness of the cruise is no reflection on the experience you get. I would say that. So let's go over the dinner menu.
You got it.
By the way, we
Pull
didn't
that
go over
up.
the dinner menu last night because we didn't eat in the main dining because we had the 7:15 appointment in the secret spot. So we ate at the
Yeah.
buffet last night, and it was good.
It was.
I would have rather eaten in the main dining room, but it had a ton of offerings.
Mhm.
We had a good dinner.
Yeah.
Tonight was a Caribbean night.
Yeah.
So we had Guadalupe-styled coconut shrimp, callaloo, spinach, and artichoke dip with tortilla chips,
Ooh.
pimento-spiced chicken quesadilla, bing, 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 black bean soup, bing, 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 bing,
Holy
bing,
cow,
bing,
that
bing,
was
bing.
so good.
That was like the best black bean soup I've ever had.
Oh my gosh, it was good.
Really fantastic. Chicken Caesar salad. I had that. Shrimp cocktail or French onion soup. Entrees. Penne with chicken and sausage.
Me.
Blackened red snapper with lime and Creole spices. Slow roasted jerk pork loin. Bing, bing, bing. Jamaican pepper steak. Vegetable rundown. And then the 4 normal things, the pasta, chicken breast, salmon, or New York strip. For dessert, Caribbean rum cake, Florida key lime pie, grandma's chocolate cake, New York cheesecake,
Woo.
lime coconut cake, ice cream and sorbet. I had the sorbet, which tonight was raspberry. And then I have no sugar added ice cream. So there you go. All that info to include the pictures will be posted in our Facebook group. If you haven't seen it already, there it is. Just search for Tall Man Cruise Adventures. Answer the 2 questions. It will let you in, and you can see all of that stuff. So there you go. Did I say we were giving away a ship? I haven't said it in the last 15
4
minutes.
minutes.
We're giving away this ship sometime during one of our live streams. That is a one-of-a-kind replica of this ship, the World America. We had it designed, Lisa and I. We had a Lego artist commission them, pay them money to design this for us. They put it together. Somebody in our live audience, right, like now, it would win this sometime in the next couple days. I will tell you right now, it is not going to be tonight. I will just break the news instead of keeping you hanging around. It is not going to be time. We want you to hang around, but it's not going to be tonight. So the next couple of nights, sometime before the end of this cruise, we're going to give that away to one person. Okay. You're going to have to put it together, by the way.
It does come with instructions, though.
Yes.
Yes.
And I have a feeling it's going to be somewhere between 5,000 to 6,000 pieces, maybe a bit more. I don't know. I was supposed to know today. I got news that was supposed to be by the end of today, but I don't have it. So I don't know. All right. Back to balcony cam so we can see how we're progressing. No.
All right.
The gangway is still out. Okay. Vicky is in for an MSC group cruise. Nice.
Yeah.
How did
Just send
you
us an
know to
email.
do this? I told you. Someone told us. Someone whispered in our ear, hey, there's this special place on that ship, and this is what you need to do.
Mhm.
So we are whispering it to you.
Mm-hmm. Go find the third
But
officer.
a lot of people at one time. What happens in Quest stays in the Quest. Exactly.
Yes.
Though
yes.
what happens in this place sort of stays in this place, but you can video it and show it to people. How about the highest rated cruise? New cruise ship. So, well, so far this year, for new ship, this year, we've only been on the Aqua and this one for new ships. So far. I mean, we have the Star of the Seas. We have
Star Princess.
We have the
Celebrity XL.
And those are the 5 that we're doing this year. And I know there's a couple more to come out that we're not doing. Virgin's having its 4th ship out, and I believe Disney has another ship coming out. But out of the 2 so far, I don't even think I need to tell you. Hey, Mocha, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you here. I was curious last night. You mentioned that the cruise was dumbed down, but you never got a chance to tell us. Oh, yeah, perfect. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
So one of the things that we have loved about MSC is the style of their ships. Their sea ships
Fantastic.
are truly beautiful.
Yeah. Very elegant.
Even the Divina, which was from 2008, was also very beautiful. This ship, I hate to use the word is not, because I don't want you to mistake what I'm saying. But this ship does not have the same elegance.
It doesn't have the wow.
It just doesn't have the same elegance that those other ships have.
It doesn't.
Like, for instance, the Swarovski crystal stairs.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Where's the crystal?
They're not here.
No.
Right?
I mean, they may be in Yacht Club. We don't know because
We can't get in the Yacht Club.
We can't get in the Yacht Club. Yeah, but they're not in the main part of the ship, which, you know, all the seashore, the seashore, the sea view, the seascape,
The Divina.
They
all had them on there.
Yeah, they all had the crystal staircases. They're beautiful. No,
There was a few other
crystal
examples
staircases.
we had. What were some of the other examples of dumbed down?
There's less of the marble kind of features. There's a lot more of like wood tone. It's a very brown ship.
Yeah, it's a very brown ship.
Yeah.
Even the cabins. I mean, we're on a brown sofa. There's brown carpet. There's lots of brown.
A lot of brown.
Not
that I don't have anything against brown, but in the other ships, the ones that we call the sea ships, there's a lot more elements that are mixed in. Like you've got your marble that has the brown and the whites and the golds, and there's a lot more of that, where this is just kind of all monotone.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
So we feel they've dumbed it down, right?
Yeah,
and that's the best way that I have to explain it.
And I also feel that the food selection on the other ships has been better than on this ship.
I don't agree. I don't think she's made it far enough around the buffet. The buffet is giant.
The buffet is giant.
And outside of cold cuts and cheese, which they have in several places, every other station is different all the way around.
It seems like every time I turn around, it's cold cuts and cheese. And you know, even in the breakfast buffets, you know, on the other ships that we've been on, that you could get, you know, Pop-Tarts if you wanted.
Yes.
And I haven't seen anything like that.
Yes.
On this ship.
Yes.
I agree. I feel like the variety on the other ships is better than on this ship.
Maybe.
Will that change? I don't know. Once they, you know, get going, it's possible. I don't know.
That doesn't mean we don't like it.
Correct.
It just means this doesn't have the same elegance and feel that the other ships have.
Correct.
Now you figure, since it's upsized, that the features would get upsized, if you will. But they're not here.
No.
Right? I mean, that theater is elegant in its own way, right?
That's true.
The panorama lounge.
Yes, I love that. Yeah.
Right, the casino's nice. I mean, everything is nice. The promenade, the World Galleria, that whole area there, that is nice.
Yes.
Right, there's nothing wrong. It just, they've dumbed it down with the elegance of their, what I would call, typical European style.
Agreed. And I feel like they're using a lot more LED features in this ship than some of the more things that we would typically call elegant features on the other ship.
Yep.
It's just a different use of materials, a different feel. It has a different feel to it.
Alex, we had lunch with them on day one, and I ran into them today. Lunchtime too, actually. So, yeah. No, that was yesterday.
Was it
It
yesterday?
was yesterday. Because today they got off the ship in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we were going to hang out yesterday afternoon because they weren't getting off the ship, but it ended up taking us 4 full days to do all the video work that we need to do.
So
we had to postpone to go hang out with them because we had to get this video stuff done. So
Yeah.
anyway, Christopher says, thanks, my friend. That was very helpful. Thanks for the thumbs up there. We'll just do that.
Absolutely.
We love to hang out on those little front balconies and enjoy the views over the bow. Yeah, I understand completely. Yep. Unfortunately, on newer ships, not a feature anymore. Great content, by the way. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
There's some interesting spots. They're not cabin spots, but some interesting spots. There's a lot of interesting spots on this ship.
Definitely.
At the back of deck, I think it's 11 and up, there's a door that leads to, you want to call it a private balcony?
Yeah, kind of.
It doesn't go anywhere. There's no stairs. It's just at the very back on both sides of the ship, deck 11 and up, there's just this space. There's no chairs over there, unfortunately. No. I wish they would put some chairs there. But it's just great looking out the back of the ship.
Yeah, but it just, like you said, it looks like just a normal balcony.
Yeah, well, it's probably about 5 or 6 times the size of a balcony. It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just this little hidden little space, right? So anyway, but
lots of nice little hidden spaces.
Yep. Ashley's like, I'm way late. Yes, you're late, girl.
You are. My goodness.
Go sit in the corner with your hat on.
She's like almost with our peer runners.
I know, right?
You could be our peer runner.
Yeah, we are definitely. They're about 25 minutes late now.
Yeah, we're last boarding call was 10 o'clock, and well, we're a little bit past 10. So,
but Ashley, better late than never. Good to have you.
Absolutely.
Love to see you, of course.
Yes.
People are still boarding. I know, right? No. We want to see the peer runners. No, we're going to see the peer runners. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Custard creams, nice. Okay, for your snack.
Ooh, I like
Dr.
it.
Shree had watermelon, good for you.
Nice.
Ooh, Macrina had a bowl of live cereal. Ooh, thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you. I just bought some live cereal not too long ago.
Irene, by the way, says they're up for MSC.
Yeah.
Yay. Bruna and Sergio. They look like new folks.
Yay.
Welcome, Bruno and Sergio. Never seen your names here before.
Welcome.
Good evening. I'm writing from Brazil. Welcome to Brazil. Welcome to Brazil.
Very nice.
We'll be on World America on May 3rd. Excellent. We are looking forward to it. Oh, you're going to have a fantastic time.
Yeah.
You're going to absolutely love it, guys.
Yes.
Without
definitely.
a doubt. And if you've been following the series here, we take you one deck every night at a time. You're going to know exactly where to go before you ever get on the ship. Don't forget to find the third officer.
3 stripes. Yeah.
Shh. Okay, anyway. Mum's the word. Yes. Moscato and crackers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What happens when you say, I'm not saying that. We're not doing that tonight. And Danny's like, no drinking on the job. I'll remember that. Okay. Macadamia nut cookies.
Ooh.
That sounds
my
good.
favorite.
The ship looks great, but I'm on the fence about MSC. I'd like to see all of the reviews. I'm not sold on MSC. The Yacht Club, I am all in, but the price is so high. Well, look, Chris, I have an idea of what you typically spend on a cruise. And so, the Yacht Club is about in that same range, to be honest with you, at least for some of the inside cabins. So, and for what you get, it's very affordable. Now, the regular cabins are going to cost you less, and the experience you're going to have, I promise you, is going to be very much like you would experience on Royal, except we feel the food is better. All of the other things, the rides, I mean, there's tons of things to do. The 2-story obstacle course, and the bumper cars, and the water slides, and basketball, and roller skating, and I mean, there's just a ton of things to do. And because I know you're like more of the outdoorsy things. And with a few exceptions, there's no extra charges. You want to go sit on the Zen deck? You don't have to pay for that, like you do on the Vibe Beach Club on NCL, right? You can go sit in the Zen deck, which is in the same spot, by the way, that the NCL's Vibe Beach Club is, right? So I think you absolutely would have a fantastic time. 1,000,000%. The crystal stairs are only in the Yacht Club, like the Europa. Yeah, Valerie says they're not in the regular. But they are in all the other ships.
They are.
So they've dumbed it down.
Yeah.
My opinion. We have questions to answer from the other night.
Yeah, I got a bunch of questions to answer from
So
the
what do we
other
got?
night.
How much does cliffhanger cost in recording? So Alex, cliffhangers $5. Bumper cars are $7.
Yeah, and we also had let's see, Kyosha, which I don't see Kyosha on here. I think Kyosha was asking the same thing. What time does the sports deck become bumper cars, and the price, and also the price of cliffhanger? So again, it's $5 for cliffhanger, $7 for bumper cars. Bumper cars are daily from 7:15 p.m. to 10:45 p.m., but on sea days from 2:15 to 3:45.
There you go. By the way, there's no video of cliffhanger. If everybody sees the video, you see a camera there. Those are actually security cameras. They're not videoing. But I do believe they snap a picture.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only get the picture if you're buying the picture as part of a package in the hub.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that you just, like when you're at like a theme park and you ride one of the rides with a picture and at the end you get that one picture if you want to buy that one picture. No, this is just another one of the pictures that get taken of you on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
And if you want it, we went down there to talk to him today and he insinuated you couldn't buy just one. You'd have to buy a package, and then you can include that in part of the package.
I want to revisit that because I'm not convinced that you can't buy just one picture. But also, if you have a GoPro that is strapped to your chest, if it's strapped to you, then you can
wear the GoPro.
Wear that on the cliffhanger. If you cannot hold anything, but if it's strapped to you, you can do that.
the chest harness. For most people buy a GoPro, if you're buying the kit that comes with it, it has like the shoulder harness thing and the camera just is mounted there. You can wear that and video yourself. So
JP was wanting to know the cover for Paxos and Italy, and also Chris was wanting to know how much specialty dining is.
Here they come.
Yes.
It's $25 for Ola Tacos, $49 for Paxos, $49 for Kaito Sushi, $55 for teppanyaki, $55 for Italy, $55 for Butcher Cut, $79 for the chef's table at Butcher's Cut. Now, for $99, you can do 2 specialty dining meals. For $140 or $139, you can do 3 specialty meals. And for $179, 3 specialty? It's supposed to be 5?
Oh, no.
You
Yeah, I'll have to
wrong?
revisit that. Yeah.
The last one's either 4 or 5, because the one before it was.
It had to be
was
4. It has to be 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay.
All right. Is there a place for sweets? We already talked about that.
Yep.
For Chris, we talked about that the other
about
day.
That as well. Hikanuki wanted to know
emergency.
Yes.
It's 115.
115 for medical emergencies, 99 for other emergencies.
Yeah. Interesting. I always thought it was 911.
I would have thought so too.
Because that's just a universal thing across the world.
Yeah.
Who the hell is going to know to dial 115?
I don't know.
Guys, if there's an emergency on an MSC cruise, you need to dial 115.
Yes.
For anything else, just dial the operator and they'll connect you wherever else you need to go. 115. Yeah, they need to make that 911.
Yeah.
You know what? We've never asked that question on any other cruise line.
Never.
We need to start asking that on
We
every
do.
cruise line.
That needs to be a standard question.
Yeah.
Agreed.
911. That's an important number, everybody.
It is, yeah. Definitely.
So, Macrina says, no crystal stairs. Yep. I know, right?
Yeah.
Last night, the blue and green carpet gave me a 70s vibe. We're talking about the bluish green carpet in the restaurant.
Yes.
The argument started about, is it blue or is it green? Pretty much everybody said blue.
It's blue-green, yeah.
Irene's like, I love those crystal. I know, I love those crystal staircases too. What? No crystal staircases? I thought that was a staple. Victoria, so did we. That's why I entitled yesterday's video, Dumbed Down. Just, it's a big, beautiful ship. It just doesn't seem to be 100% in line with the decor and feel and flavor of the rest of their ships, right? MSC has a style. It is a European style, but it's a style. And even on the Divina, which was in 2008, and the newest one, which we had been on before, which came out in 2003, 3 or 4. I forget what it was. A very similar feel and style, even though there were, 20 years apart. And this ship comes along, and again, we haven't been on the World Europa, so we don't know if it's exactly the same.
I mean, this is made for the American crowd, and maybe that's what
They
they think the
dumped
American
it down
crowd.
for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
Patricia, yes, we found the bacon. We've had it every day for breakfast.
Every day.
Bacon's good. I guess now they want you to pay to see the stairs, right?
Maybe.
They have it only in the yacht club on the world-class ships. So far, they may change their mind on World Atlantis and World Asia. Yeah, you never know. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of people hovered around that gangway.
So we must be still waiting for somebody.
Yeah. Don't know. Okay. Maybe we'll hear the horn at the departure. Maybe. That would be fun. Kiosha, she says, I'm here.
You are here. Okay,
Perfect. So you got
'cause
your
I've
answer.
I've got more answers.
Oh, more.
For her.
Come on.
Yeah, you got sidetracked.
All right. Come on.
Okay, so Kiosha also wanted to know if the windows in the Infinite Ocean View open. Yes, they all open. However, you can request that they are locked if you have, kids or something that you're concerned about that. In addition, if there's, bad weather or, any other circumstances, the staff can lock those without notice. They'll just lock them if they need to.
So they all open.
So they all open. Let's see. William Chang, if he's here, wanted to know if there is a fee for additional entrees. So if you have 2 entrees, 2 main courses, it is an extra $5.
So yes, if you want that second one, it's going to cost you $5.
Yes. Let's see.
Does the Fun Pass cover the cliffhanger and bumper cars for Lusail? Yes, as well as the Formula Simulator, video game shuffleboard, and darts. Without Fun Pass, price is $15 for 30 minutes for darts, and shuffleboard up to 8 people. Simulator is $12 for 5 minutes. You can check your balance on video game machines by holding your key card over the touchpad for a few seconds. Note, if purchasing for a child, you may want to put a limit on the Fun Pass, because if you use up your purchase dollar amount, it will accrue individual game prices.
Yes.
So there you go. It is covered.
Yes. And then that is it for all of my outstanding questions from yesterday. So I'll start on my new questions now.
Yep. Okay. So Macrina says, maybe it's just me, but I make fun no matter what cruise line I'm on. Been on NCL a long time ago, Princess Carnival. Been with some boring crowds, but make my own vacations enjoyable. Yeah, we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to do that.
Without a doubt.
Right? Because no one knows how you vacation better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the same way. We make our own fun with whatever the circumstances. Even on the ship that we just got off, the NCL Aqua, for 10 days, all sea days, well, they had a lack of organized activities.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a lot of people would call that boring. We enjoyed ourselves. I entitled a video "Boring" and have had a couple of people comment about it. Well, look, we had a great time, but
there's not a whole lot to do.
No,
not a lot of planned activities
for a ship. Regardless of the 10 days, it was supposed to be 7 days, no stops. You would have thought they would have planned some more activities to keep their people busy, especially since the weather is going to be inclement. The weather is always going to be inclement when you're crossing the Atlantic between, in March and early April. It's going to be cold, it's going to be windy, and the seas are going to be unknown.
That's a given.
It's a given, and or foggy.
Yes.
So outdoor activities are not going to be possible. So it means everybody's going to be in the ship. But they made 0 attempts, in my opinion, to come up with more stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just me. So, but you have to make your own fun even with that. I mean, they did put a puzzle up. There was a bunch of people out there doing puzzles and stuff. And so,
that's true.
Yeah, you just find your fun, and that's what we do. We still had a great time, and to be honest, we enjoy a little boring every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It is.
Ashley's like, those are reasonable prices for the rides. I think so. I think so. I agree. They're very priced. Okay, Valerie. Thank you for the information. You're welcome.
Absolutely. Our
You
pleasure.
know how you all pay us back? Simple.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos. Ding, 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 ding. That's how you pay us back.
Exactly.
I know, Irene. I'm like, well, I want to see us to part 2. I was fully expecting to be gone by now.
I
But
was too.
and the gangway is still out.
Wow.
Boy, they are having some tolerance tonight, aren't they? Usually you get 30 minutes,
Yeah.
right? For what little do people know, there's a couple things that happen with late departures. One, wherever you're docked, they typically charge you a penalty for not leaving on time.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be fairly exorbitant. And 2, the extra cost of fuel, because now they're going to have to run the ship harder, faster, to get to the next stop. Right? Now, they usually have at least a little buffer time built into the schedule, because if it's bad weather and high seas, then the ship isn't going to be able to go as fast, and you have to make up the time that way. But usually a ship is not going to wait around more than 30 minutes because of the extra costs involved. People that show up late, they just don't understand how much it actually costs the cruise line to sit around and wait.
And the fact that we're still here, it leads me to believe that it probably is an excursion booked by MSC, an MSC excursion that is running late. Because otherwise, I find it hard to believe that we would still be here if it wasn't for them waiting for something like that.
UK is 999. I'm not sure what you're referring to. And EU looks like 112. Again, have no idea. Oh, you're talking about the dial numbers.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it
And
is
this-
115 is the medical
and-
center.
yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
But,
it is.
You know, when you're, this is why, at least in the United States, for those who watch us from the United States and Canada, those, I know we have a bunch of people watching us from Canada, 991 is one of those things that you teach your child.
It is.
Right? And how many times has it been documented that a 5 or 6-year-old has been able to save their parent because something happened and they knew to go to the phone and dial 911?
Yes.
Because
Many
it's
times.
just, it's 911, 911, 911, 911. It gets kind of drilled into their head.
Yeah.
And so you're on a ship and something happens and you grab the phone and you dial 911 and nothing happens. Now what do you do?
Yeah.
Right? So I just, interesting kind of thought. So anyway.
Yes. Agreed.
Uh,
So that'll be
Macrina's like
added to our-
911. It's not in all countries. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the tough thing. It is a ship going to be sailing out of America, but MSC being a European cruise line, a lot of the guests on board are going to be coming from Europe. So,
Very true.
yep, I agree. Just because you may not like certain things, but any cruise is better than no cruise at all. Of course, right? Like you were talking about water slides. Water slides mean nothing to me either. I'm just not going to go down them. Hang on.
That sounds like oh, well, we are next to an airport.
Yeah, we are. But I'm still looking at the gangway. We're going to take a little detour here, guys. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to see if we're still tied up over here too, or there, guys. No,
We
there's nobody there yet.
Yeah, and we are still tied up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, back up here.
Yeah.
That is our camera on our balcony, guys. That's why I'm able to move it around like that. So if you're joining us late, wondering what you're looking at, we are 100% live on the MSC World America. We are in Puerto Rico right now. We had a long day here, all day, all night. We got here, I think, 9 o'clock this morning, 9-ish. 10 o'clock was the onboard time, which we are now 40 minutes past. The gangway is still up. There is somebody walking down the dock there. See that guy down there? So maybe they're starting to head towards releasing the lines. I don't know.
Maybe.
They didn't look very official, but the gangway is still out. There's somebody standing on it right now. And so we figure we've been waiting for somebody because the all aboard was at 10 o'clock and there's no reason for the gangway to still be out unless we're missing somebody. Yep. Macrina says Trinidad is 999. 990 or 811 depending on what you need.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I guess 115 and 99 aren't too bad.
I
Only
guess.
2 instead of 3.
Exactly, Irene. I will be happy and have fun on any ship. Absolutely, Ashley.
Yes, ma'am.
Christopher's emergency numbers are different in Europe and a lot of countries. In Germany, we have 110 for police and 112 for fire department.
All right.
Chris says, sounds like from what you're describing that the ship doesn't have flow rider.
No.
Or flow.
Flow?
No, it's not about the flow. I think the ship has good flow. I think it's laid out nicely. It's you haven't been on MSC before, so if you had been on at least one of the sea ships, or the Divina, or the Magnifica. I keep on saying Meraviglia. It would be easier for you to understand what I'm trying to get across. There's a style that they have incorporated into their ship's designs. This particular class of ship does not have that same style built into the ship. Ship has plenty of flow. It is beautiful. It is a great ship, but it just doesn't have that same pop and pizzazz that we feel that the other ships in their fleet have. Does it make sense? There you go. Now, if I was late for the ship, it would have already sailed. Yeah, that's Lisa and I's luck too.
Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
they would have left 1 minute after the hour.
They would have.
How long do they let you stay on cliffhanger? Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a very good question.
I don't know, but I don't think it's very long.
It's not very long.
Maybe a minute? We'll try to catch a full video of it, but basically it arcs out, and then once it has you out over the water, it then starts to swing. And it starts off gentle, and it builds up, and it starts going pretty good, and then it goes pretty good for a little bit, and then it starts to slow down, and once it stops, it then articulates back in over the ship. I don't think it's more than a minute total.
Probably
But
not.
We'll go video and just look at the video time. But I'm guessing it's not more than a minute. Ashley says, Macrina LL, being a peer runner is definitely not on my bucket list. No,
No.
me either. Me either.
And there is somebody walking down there, though.
Yeah, they're walking back now.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
going the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, come on. We can, we'll back up and take a look to see if there's somebody down there now. Yep. They must be getting ready. They must have had enough.
Ah, there you go.
See
Thank you.
See the guy down there, everybody?
Yep, I see him. Here we go.
So they are getting ready.
All right, we'll be releasing those,
So I guess
Ropes
whoever we've been
pretty
waiting
soon.
for, we are no longer waiting.
I guess.
I guess they're going to have to see us home. How are they going to get to the private island? There's no airport there. They'd have to fly into another island and get boated, take a little boat in.
Well, if we are indeed still waiting for somebody, they may have everybody may have actually.
They
made
may
it on
have at
board.
this point, but again, the gangway's still out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or at least that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, the gangway's still out. Somebody's walking on it right now. Sorry, I'm looking over here. Our camera's here, but I'm looking at the screen over here. Yeah, look, the minute everybody's on board, they pull the gangway.
Yeah.
Latch it up. It's,
Right.
right?
Right.
Uh,
So yeah, I guess maybe we are waiting for somebody then.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hmm.
Is there a permanent built-in big screen by the main pool? Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. There's actually a small stage out there, and the big screen's part of that stage, and they do movies up there and other things.
Mhm.
And so you'll see that when we do our Deck 18 tour. Okay, so that is up there. Where are you going to next? St. Thomas? No, we have 2 days at sea, Alex, and then we're at MSC's private island. Ocean Key.
Yeah.
Yep. Cruise mapper scheduled for MSC doesn't show the departing time till 11 for you.
Oh,
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
Well,
Okay.
They
well,
did say
they did say
on
all
board
aboard
was
by
10.
10.
Maybe they're trying to trick everybody.
You know what? And maybe, yeah.
Yeah, meaning give everybody a grace.
Yeah, maybe.
So there are no peer runners. You know how, like, I tell you if we need to leave by 7:30, I tell you 7
Yes.
because you're always late.
I'm
maybe
not
that's what they're
always
doing.
late,
Oh,
but
you're
I'm
always
with
late.
you.
She's always late. You'll learn soon. But we know this. We work with it. My thoughts, Lisa. Okay, what Irene? Not sure what she was commenting to you, what you were saying, but she agrees with you. Alex says, release the lines. We have places to go and peoples to see. I know, right? Let's get this ship rocking. Lisa, the best coffee is sold in San Juan. It's called Aldo Grande. Yum.
Ooh.
I get
See, you should have told me that earlier.
Yes, we would have gotten some today. It's too late now. We're leaving in 15 minutes, I guess.
Yes.
Yum. I get several cans each time I'm there.
Nice.
In CVS.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Tell those kids not to climb the railings. Oh, were there kids out there?
Oh, are there?
I'm not watching the ship. I'm watching down there.
Yeah, we're watching comments. I didn't know that
Uh-oh.
either.
Disturbing. Jumping kids. Look away.
Oh, no.
Macrina, Amazon carries that coffee.
Oh.
Yep. It's $19.
Oh, wow. For
That's-
8 ounce for
That's ounces. Yeah. 8.8 ounces for $19. Or 8 ounces. I don't know. Something like that. That is kind of expensive for 8 ounces.
yeah.
Or is it 88 ounces?
I think that's 8.8.
Well,
That's what it looks like to me.
Write it down.
Okay. Hang on, let
Aldo
me take a
Grande
picture.
coffee.
Hang on.
Oh,
I'll
she's going to take a picture. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Here we go. Got it. Thank you, Macrina. Amazon. Interesting.
Okay. This ship is more plain Jane.
It's not really plain Jane. I mean, that's not a fair statement either. It's just different.
So, God, it would probably take a week of effort, really. But once we're done here, and you've seen all of our deck tours, go and watch one of the deck tours from one of the public spaces, from the seashore, seaside, seascape. I don't care which one. And then you'll understand what we're trying to convey. Sometimes it's hard to convey images with words.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to convey to you is the image, right? This doesn't have the same imagery as the other, the elegance, right? So it's not plain. I mean, like down on the world, not the World Promenade, but the World Galleria, the inside space. It's 3 decks high. They got the big LED ceiling that lights up. I mean, it's got nice things. It's just not the same elegance that all their other ships have.
Yeah, an
That's
LED
the best way to-
wall
yeah.
and in the Times Square
Gonna-
billboard thing. It's just kind of not the same elegance. But it's not plain Jane, I wouldn't say.
I thought about that too, Mr. Cruise Fever. Maybe we're waiting for somebody, but I would have also figured that there would have been an ambulance down there. He says maybe we're waiting for a guest that's right having a medical problem. Maybe MSC switched to land time, right? I don't know. God, I hope not. Puerto Rico is an hour ahead behind Miami. You know, we never did talk about, we did because we didn't do it, but we haven't changed times.
No.
So yeah, we're still on Florida time.
Yes, Eastern Standard.
Yep.
Or Eastern Daylight.
Yep.
Sorry.
Mama Tall Man says 8.8 ounces. Okay. All right.
Wow. Yeah, that is expensive.
But Macrina says mine was $9.49 for the 8.8 ounces.
I would stock up.
Yes. It looks like the gangway has been pulled.
Okay.
It's so hard to see. I can't
make it out.
get it any closer, but the gangway was right there. Alex pointed it out. He must have been watching them pull it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, it does look like it's gone. God,
It's so
I
hard
wish
to
I could get it.
tell.
You know what? I wonder if my eyes can see it. Hang on.
Here he goes. Put the set of human eyes on it. You might as well wave while you're out there. Any word? They're dropping. Robert says they're dropping the lines now. Can you tell? So
No, I couldn't tell, but they are dropping the line, so
Okay.
I'm going to go with yes.
okay.
We're so excited. We're about to leave.
So we'll get to see us pulling away. Nice.
The lines are in the water now.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
They're slack.
Yeah.
You see them laying against the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, like, camera angle of them. Cruises Forever says, the ship seems very modern, like a lot of light colors and white tones. We just feel brown everywhere. Old school elegance versus sleek and clean look. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Christopher Ford says, the design and style is a bit puzzling, as the ship comes out of the same shipyard as all the MSC ships except the Seaside class. But even the Seaside class sort of mimics and has the same elegance that the others have, because we've gone on other ships.
Yeah, the Magnifica, yeah. The Divina.
Yeah, we'll still, the activity's all happening right here.
Now, they'll be reeling in those wires,
Well,
ropes
they're,
in a little
they're
bit.
kind of stuck. That's what they're kind of working on, is getting them unstuck.
Yeah, that's interesting that they went over that part of the dock into another section.
Well, you got to create angles.
Yeah.
Like I used to when we were tying down the big 20-foot by 30-foot tent. We got to create the angles. They got to do the same thing with the lines. Irene's thumbs up. Wave to the camera.
Wave.
Let's see them drop the lines. So that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Ramps up. Yes, San Juan is on AST, Atlantic Time. Yep. There they go. They're pulling them up now. You can kind of see them.
Oh, yeah. I see them reeling in.
Oh, wrong way. Sorry. Oh, there it goes.
Nice. You can see the little splash marks in the water.
Need some music.
We do, don't we? There you go. That's perfect.
Here we are, watching the lines record back into the ship.
Record? Recoil.
Did I say record?
You said record.
Did I say record?
You said record.
These ropes are incredibly thick. So much so, they use hydraulics to wheel them back in. To reel them in, wheel them in.
I think it is real.
Charles, the Divina moves around a little bit. We got on the Divina in
Miami. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Boom, splash.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good one. Unfortunately, I can't get it any closer than that. I'm over the side of the ship, but the physical camera itself is in the way.
Here we
one.
go.
Yeah, that one's gone. I'll just wait for these two here. Now, a lot of times what they do is they engage the thrusters on the other side of ship to push us against the pier a little bit, so they maintain control once the lines start getting, these last few lines get loose. Though it was windy today, I don't think it feels very windy out there now when I was sticking my head out. It's hard to tell. But I'm sure everybody's seen videos of cruise ships that have, ripped away from their moorings at docks. It just happened to...
Not too long ago.
Like a week ago to a ship.
Oh, a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that one.
I think it was a princess ship.
Oh, no.
I can't remember. Y'all stay up with the news more than we do because we've been on ships, and I apologize, but it's just, these winds pull up in storms, and all of a sudden these lines, which, you've all seen cruise line rope, they're huge.
Yeah, they're really thick, and they snap like toothpicks.
They do. And so in weather like that, when you're releasing all these lines, they engage the thrusters to help just keep the ship tight against the bumpers. The bumper is that black thing that you see that's in between the concrete and the ship. What are they doing back this way? Let's take a look. Now, closer to where the main part of the pier is, they have those they're huge, round, black things, which are filled with air. They buffer the ship in between the concrete and the physical ship. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't see anything back there, so let's go back down here. We're waiting to see these slack up right there. I don't remember seeing the guys move. Are they still down there?
I didn't see them move either.
Ah, they're over here.
Oh, okay.
Releasing the front lines.
Gotcha.
And we almost missed the front lines, guys.
Yeah.
Or the back lines, sorry. We're in the back of the ship. So yeah, you're going to get to see us back out because we pulled in.
Nice.
Ika says, agreed, seascape is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the sea ships.
Yeah, we agree as well.
Yes.
That's a neat thing to see. I agree.
Yeah.
What other ships were in port today? You know what? I have no freaking idea. Not a clue.
Well, we didn't make it down that canal. You know, when you're pulling into Puerto Rico, there's the airport, and you kind of turn and around the airport, make a right-hand turn, and go down into the channel. And we did not. We are right across from the airport.
Yeah, let me look on Cruise Mapper real fast and see if there's anybody close to us.
Oh, if there were,
They're
were
probably
probably
gone.
long gone.
Yeah, but still, they would still be close.
Well, maybe.
Where's Puerto Rico?
Cruise Mapper is a wonderful thing.
Isn't that Puerto Rico right there?
Is it?
Yeah. To be honest, I think we were the only ship here today
I didn't notice any.
because
but
there's nobody coming.
no, there doesn't
there-
appear to be.
Nobody leaving. Right, that's too far
Yeah.
for a few hours. And everybody else is pointed towards here.
Like they're coming here.
Yeah, so we may have been the only ship here today.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
That's entirely
Or
possible.
horrible. I need a snack. I need more cookie. Discovery Princess broke its mooring in February, or in April. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what I was talking about, at least. Davina is currently in the Mediterranean. There you go. So are the folks releasing the lines work for MSC the port? The port. Yeah, they're part of the local port staff. What's funny is they just left. Oh, no, there's still two guys out there. My guess is they're coming back to these two lines, and they'll release them at the same time. Like I said, they're going to have to fire up and keep us steady while these other couple of lines get released and pulled in. Bev says Davina will be back in Miami in late October.
Very nice.
Do you think you could pick a favorite ship you've been on? Or maybe top 3? Post-pandemic? What are the parameters here? Give me some parameters to help out, because we've been on a bunch of ships. Oh, they've just dropped one of them.
I liked the Celebrity Ascent, MSC Seashore, and
I like the Davina,
I liked the Davina too.
and I think it was because of the yacht club.
It was totally because
That one's
of the yacht club.
That one's a tough one.
It is a tough one, and that one, yeah. If it wasn't for the yacht club, I'm not sure that I would have placed the Davina in my
the
top
top 3.
I would have to think really hard about that, but definitely in the top 2, for me, is the Celebrity Ascent and the Seashore, MSC Seashore.
I'd put number 3 the Celebration.
Would you?
Yeah.
That is a fun ship.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could live with that very easily.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are my top 3. Yeah, I like the Celebration. I like the XL class ships.
Yeah. God, we've been... Oof. Let's see.
Are you going to try and remember all of the ships?
No, I am not going to try to remember anything. I've got a spreadsheet. I've got a spreadsheet. I said hide.
You've got a spreadsheet for that.
I have a spreadsheet for that. But I need to open recent. post-pandemic. We've been on the Celebration, Conquest, Frenzy, Glory, Horizon, Jubilee, Venezia. We've been on the Ascent and the Reflection. We're going on the XL later this year. We've been on the Holland, New Amsterdam. We've been on the Divina. We will be going... no, I can't say that. Damn it. Just gave it away.
You almost told our secrets.
Magnifica, Seascape, Seashore, Seaside, the World America, the Aqua, the Emerald Princess. We've already said we're doing the inaugural of the Star Princess. We've been on the Anthem of the Seas, Enchantment of the Seas, Mariner of the Seas. We are booked for the Star of the Seas. We've been on the Symphony of the Seas and the Utopia of the Seas. We've been on the Resilient Lady and the Scarlet Lady. And there's a few others that I haven't talked about. This is all post-pandemic. So 31 ships post-pandemic.
And we have the thrusters going.
Yes, I can feel them. There goes the line. So hang on. You know, we're already sliding away a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Didn't take long, did it?
No, it didn't.
And Cruises Forever was confirming we were the only one on board today.
Ah, thank you. We suspected, but we weren't sure.
William Chang says, so did you guys find out about additional charges for the site? We did. We've already talked about it, William. You missed it. I'm so sorry. Dang it, Irene, you shouldn't have told him. Go back and watch. Fine. We'll do post-pandemic. You're welcome, William. Not a problem.
You're very welcome.
Alex, this is a great live stream. Thanks for letting us join the departure. I know, right? It's not often we get to see this.
It isn't. Thank you, Alex. Oh, the horn.
Quick. You're not going to get it. Quick. It is blowing its horn, so we do have one. TMC, one day at shore, you're going to see Gushti. I know, right? Wow, that's amazing. Honestly, we think so, right? Because nobody gave us any of that. None of that was free to us. We paid for every single one of those out of our pocket. Cruise lines don't give us squat. Stop touching the stuff. Everything's wiggling in here. She's running into the tripod out there. It went off, but we're too far away. We're literally 3 cabins from the back of the ship.
And it was all the way in the front, but I tried.
Yep, we'll see if we can pick one out of there.
We've been trying to get that horn all week.
I know. Macrina says, I love the celebration out of all of the XL ships. Can't wait to sell Festival and Tropical. Yeah. You have neighbors looking out. I know. You're down there in a couple of rooms. I can see them. I'm sailing on an Allure out of Rome in 7 days. First Royal. Excellent.
Nice.
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where's that ship going?
Nice.
Carol says, yes, love the XL class ships.
We do too.
And this is fun.
This is fun. You're starting to pull away.
All right, everybody, come on now. Help us out. Hit that thumbs up. No, that's all right. You eat your cookie. Alex is like, now you're going to have to record an arrival. I'm usually awake, but usually editing. I was up early this morning, edited until I killed the computer. I had to run back to the computer. I was in the middle of saving something.
Had to run back to the room.
Had to run back to the room to plug it in. I went. Lisa was still sleeping, so I left the room, took my headphones, and went up don't even remember what deck I was on. Just somewhere out in the public and sat in a comfortable chair and started editing. So, yeah, recording on arrival. I don't know. We'll see. Ashley says, Macrina, same. Can't wait for the festival. I know. I'm excited for any new ship, especially a new class of ship.
Yeah.
Right? Alex like snack time. Yeah, we've already had snack time, but we're just extending it. It's just an ongoing snack.
Well, he only had one cookie, so this was the second one.
Ashley will be on the Carnival Breeze for a short 4-day to Cozumel in 16 days. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Danny's like, I expect overtime pay tonight. Right? Yeah, and another thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Cruises Forever is going to Naples, Barcelona, Palma, Marseille, and Florence. That is a fantastic itinerary.
That is a nice itinerary.
I'm rowing. Someone help. Let me, I know that is a great shot, but I want to pan out a little bit.
See the lights of Puerto Rico?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Because remember, we're backing out, so we're going to have to spin around.
Nice.
Danny's awful quiet. Wake up, Danny. No sleeping on the job. I mean, it was also cool. We actually got the time lapse of us leaving Miami.
We did.
Because we left there late.
We sure did.
Like 6:15 or something like that. We were actually at dinner when we left.
Yeah.
I had a time-lapse camera sitting out on the balcony.
Yeah, our sail away party was at 4:30, so we were thinking we were going to be leaving. We're like, well.
How can you have a sail away party when there's no sail away?
Yeah. That's okay. I didn't mind. It was nice watching watching Miami go by from dinner.
Chris wants to know, if you were in the yacht club right now, what would you be doing differently? Well, at this exact second, nothing. We'd be streaming live now with you guys.
We'd be sipping on Madaccaries.
Yeah, that's true. We'd be drinking. Free, because it was part of the package.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of our stream live, when we were on the last ship, I mean, we'd hang out in the lounge, go up on the pool deck. It just, all things that were there. We're not, like I said, typically the water slide, basketball playing, ropes course doing couple. Now, will Lisa go on the ropes course or down a slide or whatever?
Yeah.
She will, but that's not like the highlight of our day per se.
It's not.
And so if we were sitting in the yacht club, we'd be hanging out. Now, in the nighttime, outside of our live streaming, they have entertainment up there. Mm-hmm. They had a several different single acts, but they also had a duo come up there, a guitarist and vocalist with piano.
It was
vocalist.
guitar.
Guitar and vocalist.
Guitar and vocalist.
And
they had a pianist one day. They had, just different entertainment.
Right. So, in the moment, nothing different. And anything I want. If we wanted pizza, we just Gushti, we want a pizza. And they would bring us pizza. Right? It just there was always like a snack out in the
they always left
the lounge.
Us goodies. And they always left us goodies in the room.
I'm going to actually move this up a little bit more too. Just I think like that.
You should look for the moon now.
The moon's behind.
Is it behind
So when we
us?
spin, it'll be to the front again.
Okay.
So, it's about full experience, not a moment, right?
We lost our music.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hang on. Here we go. Cruise Forever says, how do you feel about the new Ace class for Carnival? I'm excited about 8,000 people is a little bit. I'm excited, but 8,000 people is a little much. 1,000,000%. And everybody that is here, to include, knows we are not the fondest
Of the mega ships.
of the mega ships.
Yeah.
Now, some of it, to be truthfully honest, is we are just flat out exhausted after trying to video these damn things.
That is for sure. Oh my gosh.
It literally takes us twice as long to capture these ships as it does any of the others because of their design and how big they are. So somewhere, I think in the back of our brain, that plays into it a little bit.
I think it does as well because yes, we're working. This is a working vacation for us, but we still like to be able to enjoy a little bit. And on the mega ships, it's really hard to enjoy because we are working the entire time. It really does take up that much time.
Yeah. So, 8,000 people. Yeah.
Man.
I'm just not feeling it.
I'm not either.
I'm just not feeling it.
I'm going, oh no. In my head, that's what I'm thinking.
So, but that being said, if Carnival is able to design a ship like the XL class ship, but bigger, because I don't feel like I'm with, what does XL carry? 5,000 plus? 6,000-ish? Something like that? It doesn't feel like that to me when we're on that ship.
That's true.
Other than the two moments in time, which is embarkation and debarkation. Those always suck on all cruise lines. But once those moments are over, when I'm on the XL class ships, it doesn't feel like you're on the ship with that many people.
It
so
doesn't.
If they can capture that same feel with 8,000 people, it wouldn't bother me. But there are just some big ships that just seem big. So, this seems big. Outside of the video part of it, which we just talked about, it hasn't bothered me. Every time we go up to the buffet, it's a bit chaotic, for breakfast. That's where we like to go eat breakfast, typically. Some of it, too, is because of the hours. We're typically getting up there a little late. It's a bit chaotic because it's the amoeba effect, right? People aren't going, north and south. It's one of these kind of things. Well, we've always found a table. We've not had to wait. There's not been one time that we've had to wait for a ship. By the way, how many
Not
passengers
one
are on
time.
this ship, Lisa? You've got the numbers.
I do, yes.
Y'all enjoying the spin?
So, maximum capacity on this ship is 6,769 passengers and 2138 crew.
So again, that is every berth filled.
Yes. This sailing, we have 4,500 passengers and 2160 crew.
These numbers are wrong. There are more than 18 kids in the ship, Lisa.
No, that's under 18. I don't have
Oh,
numbers for
gotcha,
that.
gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
not a number.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so maximum capacity is 6,769 passengers, 2138 crew. On this sailing, we have 4,500 passengers and 2160 crew.
So I'm guessing some of the extra
wait.
crew are regular passengers.
I'm sorry, wait a minute. That's the crew is part of that 6,769.
Is it?
I
don't think so.
I got that like days ago, and now I can't remember.
Okay.
I'll look it up. I'll
okay.
I'll go back down to
So
guest
we'll
services.
go with the 4,500, but I'm pretty certain this ship holds more than that. Hang on. What does Uncle Google tell us? Hang on. Let's find out. Hey, I said hide. I said hide. Go away. And I want Uncle Google. Come back to me. Oh, you bastard. Come on, go. Passenger capacity, 6,672. That's double occupancy, according to this. But
What is
I don't
it,
know.
660? What is it?
It's the number that it's giving me is 6,672.
And that's double occupancy. Okay.
72, not 82. 72. And that is typically based upon double occupancy.
So yes, is that including crew? That's just passengers only, correct?
Correct. Crew
Yeah.
size 2,138.
Yep.
So this ship holds
80.
nearly 9,000 people.
Yep. Nearly 9,000 people.
Okay. So I'm also going to say there are more than 4,500 people on this ship. I believe. Just seems like that is such a low number because there aren't any empty cabins. It is sold out. Anyway, don't know, guys. But the point is, the large ships, depending on how they're designed and how they flow, to me, dictates, at least for us, how a general feel of a cruise is going to be. Are we standing in lines for everything? Do you need to make reservations for everything? I mean, how is your vacation going to flow? Does it just flow? Or do you have to think ahead of time to be able to make it flow? Does it make sense? Like I will say on this ship, which I didn't realize until I think yesterday. And again, it's because we don't go in this knowing things sometimes. We just go in blindly and figure it out, right? And learn as we're doing it. The shows. You need to make reservations to see the shows on this ship. I don't remember making reservations on the other ships. Right? So, but this cruise you do. Now, this has never been a problem. We still have been able to walk up and get in. They had a country show going on tonight. It wasn't a production show. It was just a country singer. A track act. He was just up there by himself. It was okay. I mean, we hung out for a few.
He was good.
Yeah.
He's
hung out for
very
a few songs.
energetic and great entertainer.
Yeah, he'd been on The Voice and a couple other things.
Yeah.
I think he had a song like on like a show or something too.
Yeah, they did say which show, but I don't remember which one it was.
Anyway, yeah, we prefer like XL class and under from a size.
Yeah.
Right? So. Yeah, Patricia, pizza and tea at midnight while people watching for me, right? Because like drinking, having food delivered, chocolate crumb, strawberry, man, whatever. Gosh, I'm hungry again now. Why do you think I ate the other cookie? There's a donut over there with my name on it. I might be getting into it too.
There sure is.
I probably won't do an inaugural on one of the Ace class ships. I'll give them some time to work out the kinks out before I go. Yeah, it's all of them that we've gone on, they're a bit messy.
They are.
To begin with. And it just, I mean, it is what it is, right? So things aren't working. It takes time. But you can at least get the general flow of things. So, but we're some time away from those, so we don't have to talk too much about them.
Right.
I'll take embarkation over disembarkation every time, right? I agree 100%, Alex. I'd rather get on the ship than get off. I think we are turning. Yes, we are. Now
yes.
We're slowly beginning to head forward.
Yep.
Yes,
He's
we
saying
are.
goodbye to Puerto Rico here.
Chris says, "Wow, the ship is not full, not sold out for." Yeah, that's incorrect. I'm not saying what she wrote down is incorrect. I'm saying what they told her is incorrect. This ship is sold out. There are more than 4,500 people on this ship. Now, how that plays, I don't know. But there are definitely more than 4,800 people or 4,500 people because it is sold out. I mean, you couldn't buy tickets. I started looking a few weeks ago, and yeah. What's up, Jason? How you doing?
Hello. Welcome.
Hey, man. What's up? I don't know. Jason, what do you need? Oasis class makes you make reservations. Yeah, most of the bigger Royal Caribbean ships for the shows and stuff, you need to make reservations. But that's where I was sort of going with the vacation thing. Lisa and I are just kind of like go with the flow. What do you want to do now? Where do you want to go? I don't want to have planned my entire 7 days out 6 months before I ever get on the ship. Because a lot of times, oh, what's that?
That's
the camera.
Is that a wiggle or? Yeah.
I don't know. It just got blurry. Why'd it get blurry? I don't know. I'm gonna
Go take care of pal.
and Jason, why would I want to do that? There's a reason why they've been hidden. Send me an email, Jason. You want to chat with me? Send me an email. There's the email right there. Send me an email. Yeah, since we're moving now, I'm going to actually move the camera in a little bit because I have it out pretty far. So I'll be right back.
All right.
Be right back, everybody.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why it got blurry.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wasn't expecting the camera to get blurry, but it did. Jason, thank you for sending the email. I'll let Robert know. Well, he'll actually see the comment when he comes back in. He's just moving the camera in slightly. Oh, a few hours ago. Okay. I will let him know. There you go. And Jason said he sent an email a few hours ago.
Well, we've been broadcasting for a couple hours, so I haven't been able to read it. I'll look at it when we're done, Jason. And I'll reply to you. And it came back in focus, too. Yeah, I forgot that I really had it extended out quite a bit because we weren't moving, so I wasn't worried about the wind or anything. So... There's somebody out there screaming.
There is. I think they're yelling bye to Puerto Rico.
I didn't like having to plan when I wanted to see shows weeks before. Yeah, first time on a ship that size. It takes some getting used to. Yeah, and that's where I was going before the camera went out of focus and I had to get up to move it. We just like to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to a show tonight before our broadcast, right? Because we broadcast every night at 9, or do we not? Are we tired? Do we want to nap? Whatever it is. I don't know what it's going to be like 6 months ahead of time. But if you want to go to a specialty restaurant, there's a show that you want to go to and all these other wonderful things, you really have to make most of these reservations far, far in advance because there's limited access.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't, they close it off. So then you have to wait till you get on the ship. And
even on Cliffhanger, you have to make reservations, and the Jaw Drop, you make reservations for that. But the app is not working right now, so it's been walk-in on this cruise.
On this cruise?
But yeah, just be aware that if you are coming on this ship, they do want you to make reservations for those rides as well.
You do for Bolt. Got to make reservations for Bolt.
Oh, that's
right?
true.
So it's not just the ship, right?
That's true.
So, but that's that. We're mainly talking about dinners and
yes.
Like, I'll give you the perfect example. Lisa and I forgot that we get a free meal because we're diamonds on MSC. So we're like, great. That basically means is we get one free specialty restaurant. So we're like, great. Let's go see. They're booked. Every single one. There's not a time slot at any of them available. And there's still 3 days left of the cruise, right? So tomorrow we're going to go down, when they open up for lunch, because some of them open up for lunch here on this ship, and say, hey, would you let us in? And see what we can do. So anyway, got to plug my phone in, but we'll see you next time. See you, Ashley.
All right. Good night, Ashley. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I think we're going to wait till we get out of here just a bit and keep this going.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that.
That's always fun to see the lights disappear in the background.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex is sleeping too. Well, we've been on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's been a long stream.
Good night, Alex. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you.
But there's the fort there on the corner. It's one of my favorite things to go by. Yeah, that's a great shot right there. That's the fort right there at the peninsula. And then in the end, the last time we were here, we caught a full time lapse on our regular phone because we come around this point and then down the coastline,
Dude,
and you
I
can
don't
still see the
remember
lights.
that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't remember that.
beautiful at night.
Nice.
I
That
don't
was
remember-
before we had Hal and Pal.
No,
No?
I just had the camera out there to do it, to do
Oh.
time lapse.
Okay.
I just don't remember when it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we may have been broadcasting somewhere else. By the way, we are going to look for a place to broadcast outside of the cabin tomorrow. Can't guarantee it, but we're going to try.
Yes.
Wait, another ship? No, that's actually the fort. I forget the name of the fort, but it's dark. I could try to zoom in for you so you could see it, but
Oh, that's not too bad.
I mean, I could see how you think that's a ship. It kind of that scaffolding you're seeing because they're working on it, but it's a fort.
I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like-
look at that.
I feel like I have the name of that fort written down somewhere.
What's up, Mark? Howdy, buddy. How you doing?
Hi there.
Look at that.
That is Puerto Rico that we're just now leaving.
Yep, it's a fort. Love to sail away from Aruba when you pass by the airport.
Oh.
And the fort in San Juan, yeah. Yeah, beautiful shot. We've gotten some really good video, like the other night with the moon.
Oh, that was
Oh.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Lost our music again.
Yep, we've killed it twice.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I can hit the button again.
How do you like that? Okay then.
Yeah, that's just awesome.
Castillo San Cristobal, is that the fort?
Castillo San Felipe del Mar.
Ah.
Lisa's got pictures.
I do.
She's looking through all the pictures. Because we went there not so long
San
ago.
Cristobal, yeah.
Is that the one?
Castillo
San Juan
San
National
Cristobal. This is...
That's got to be different because
that
Castillo San Felipe del Mar. Let's do it this. But Macrina already put it in there, so we
doesn't... Okay.
Fort on the peninsula of Puerto Rico. Let's see what Uncle Google has to say.
Okay.
Castillo San Felipe del Moro.
Very nice.
And, well, she said Felipe del Mar. So we're close.
It's probably spell check.
Yeah.
Darn spell check. And Puerto Rico's disappearing nicely. Look at that.
Cruises Forever says, surprised you don't have another Caribbean island before Bahamas, like most Eastern itineraries. Well, yesterday we were in Dominican Republic. Today, San Juan, all day. It's 2 days back, then the private island, and then we're done.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it seems about right. 3 stops. Danny's like, ooh. Yeah. And that's, we're literally looking to the back of the ship now.
Yes, we are.
There it is right there. That's,
That's all she wrote.
that's all she wrote. But we kind of, at least the last time we were here, we circle around the fort here and then start like paralleling the coast. And I see that we're turning. I mean, I can see the lights changing. So we are turning to go up the coast. Yeah. Macrina's like, yeah, spell check hates me. It calls me macaroni. Hey, macaroni, what are you doing? We still haven't quite figured out how we can video 24/7 when we do our Alaska next year.
Yeah.
That's a 14-day.
Yeah.
So
That the breeze.
I don't know. Batteries are one thing, but a battery will die at some point, so you have to recharge it. So what do you do when it's recharging? And it requires cabling and a computer, something that it captures, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Mark's like, I see you guys on PTZ TV. What? Tell me more about that, Mark. Tom.
That's got to be like a camera.
I guess, I don't know. Yeah.
Ship cam.
Tom says, my cruise on Resilient left out of San Juan a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Great port.
wow.
Yeah.
How did you like Resilient
Ooh,
Lady?
look at that. Look at the moon.
Oh, yeah, nice.
What is that?
That sounds like wind. But how is that? Where's that coming from?
Wow.
It is very loud. Oh, that moon looks awesome, guys.
It's just waves.
Is it? Wow. Robert says that sound that we're hearing is actually the waves. Ah, thank you.
Did we get to 30? Did we finally get to 30? We finally got to 30.
Yes, yay!
Yeah, here, look.
Thank you,
I hate to
guys.
take it away from that, but
Oh, wow, yeah.
that's what we're hearing. It's real choppy.
It is, look at that.
Anyway, that's what we were hearing.
There you go. Nice.
And I think we're still turning, so we're about to lose.
We are still turning, yeah.
We're about to lose that great shot
Yeah.
behind the window cleaner.
Disappearing.
I love the lights on the islands. Lit up the clouds. I know, right?
Me too.
And Dr. Shree's going to be doing Alaska in a couple of days, or 43 days,
That's
in a month and a half.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for the thumbs up.
Yes. We're over 30.
Yay! Alaska, I can't wait.
PTZ TV are webcams from around the world. Well, yeah.
All right.
It is a PTZ. Lisa, Resilient was great. Ready for another Virgin voyage. Awesome. We're glad you liked it, Tom.
Nice. Yes. So
Yeah,
glad you enjoyed
It's, come on back into focus, camera.
it.
There we go. Mostly.
Mostly.
Hang on. Let's, sorry, I got to trick the camera back into focus. Come back. There we go. And we may just have to stay here
Yeah.
because we've lost.
I think we've turned, so we're not going to be
Yeah.
able to see any more of the lights or the moon, I don't think.
Nope. Cruises Forever, we're on deck 10. Our cabin is 10 266. We are fourth from the back of the ship.
Yep.
And so we are fairly low cabin-wise. There's only one deck below us, between us and the public spaces. Public spaces are deck... there's a couple of things on deck 5, but 6, 7, and 8.
Yes.
And then you have cabins on 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. And then in the front of the ship on 18, 19, 20, 21, you have the yacht club and a couple of interior cabins.
Yes.
So
Good job. I'm impressed.
What?
I would have had to think about it a lot longer to be able to spit those numbers out.
We just
Those
walked
decks.
all those decks.
I know, but still, I would have had to think about it. And that you were just like,
Yeah. Well, I studied them a lot before we walked
Yeah,
them, so
that's
we
true.
could try to get it done as
quickly
efficiently
as possible.
as yeah.
as efficiently. There you go.
There's nothing efficient about this ship. Oh my good lord. We talked about that the other night. They call this design a Y-shaped hull, meaning you got your main part of the hull down here, and then the top of the Y, because you have cabins here, in the middle of the ship is open. They call it a Y design. Our better description when you're looking at it flat like this, it looks more like an H. You got cabins running both length, right? Port and starboard, and then you've got some connecting parts to go across from side to side. It looks more like an H.
It does, because you cannot circle around the front from one side to the other
or
the back.
So when we were videoing all of our cabin decks and stuff, we'd walk all the way up, get stuck, have to backtrack, then cross to the other side and walk up before we could start videoing again. It's like a 3-minute, thing. Then all the way down to the back. And then the same thing, we'd have to backtrack, come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
long walks.
We'll speed that up in
we
editing,
will,
and so
without a doubt.
it'll probably end up about the same amount of time, like a 13-ish minute video, somewhere in that range. But right now they're like 25, 30 minutes. Tom's like, saw my cabin door before the cruise. Thanks to the two of you. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you.
Glad to hear it.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. Today was actually kind of windy in port today. It wasn't brutal, and there was
Just a nice
showers
breeze.
all around us, but mostly over us. It was good most of the day. Sun was out, pretty decent day, just humid, which that's what it's going to be in the Caribbean all the time. But winds create choppy water,
They do.
and it was blowing pretty good. In fact, I remember coming around the corner. I forget what deck we were videoing, and a gust came.
Oh,
And
yes.
you remember?
It pushed, yes.
It blew me like 30 feet.
Yes.
I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. It was crazy.
Yes. It was just a gust. It wasn't the normal thing, but yeah, it was pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, guys, we've been with you a long time. I'm tired. In the most loving way, I'm sick of you guys. Like I said, I mean that in the most loving way. We're just tired. It's nearly 11 o'clock here, or I'm sorry, nearly midnight. And of course, we do have a sea day tomorrow, so we have nothing really to get up for. But I've got a ton of editing to do, and we've postponed our going to hang out with Mark and Rocky till tomorrow. So we have that to go do.
Yes,
so.
we do have them tomorrow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be deck 8 because we did 7 today, and so we'll have deck 8. And if I've had time to edit the secret, we may play that in the background tomorrow night without music, and then save the whole enchilada for Patreon. I don't know. So we'll think about that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the departure from Puerto Rico. I know we did.
Yes.
We don't often get to, a full
No.
captioning of that. That was fantastic.
Very
So,
rarely do we actually get to say goodbye to an island while we're
Yes.
streaming.
the beds are comfortable. I think they're comfortable. So are the pillows.
Yes.
And Cruiser says, thanks for another great stream. Good night. All right.
Absolutely.
So, on that
Thank
note,
you.
we don't have to go home, but we do have to get the out of here. Peace.